Yeah, so before we close our episode for the day, I want to give an opportunity to those of you who have joined us through Zoom. By all means, if you are so inclined to participate in this dialogue, maybe you have a question or you have some comments that you want to make based on the things that we talked about, understanding the plight of people that of immigrant women and immigrant individuals that have been displaced from their homes. And sometimes the displacement is actually happening in country as well. So, in relation to some challenges that they have been facing, and also what you believe can be done to assist with this. So, I am going to ask Vivian joining us from Zimbabwe, and Tato joining us from South Africa. So please feel free to jump in and let us know first. Please feel free to introduce yourself and then go ahead and talk to us about this subject that we are talking about. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Vivian Tarwinga. I thought Tato was going to go first. All right. All
Go
right.
ahead. So what's your experience, Vivian? What you want to share with us?
Okay, I would like to share this time I had gone to Tongogara refugee camp. And when I got there, it's like you could tell that the women there are living there, right? And because they're displaced, they have no
Can you just hold
else
on? Can
that
you
they
just hold
can
on,
really call home.
Vivian? Before you get into it, I just want you to,
Yes.
for the benefit of our listeners who may not know what Tongogara is, where Tongogara is, and stuff. Can you please let us
All
know?
right.
Yes. So people
All right. Tongogara. Okay. Tongogara is a refugee camp. And it is a refugee camp where a lot of immigrants, especially from Congo, are residing. So when we had gone there to see and preach and empower the ladies there, to what we had gone with moon catchers. These are sanitary pads, pads that are made of cloth that can be used to help ladies and girls who do not have access to sanitary pads, and maybe those that cannot afford to continuously be buying sanitary pads, because these can be washed and reused. They're reusable pads. So we had gone to empower them on how to make these and sell them so that they can create income for their families as well as themselves. That's what we had gone to do. But when we got there, it was like I was in another country, although I was still in Zimbabwe. I could tell that there's a lot of pain in the ladies there and the women there, and you could tell that these people have really been displaced, and what they're there and they're trying to make life the best of what can be made. I remember I was having a conversation with one of them, and they were saying they are given about $25, and which wasn't much for them to do anything, pretty much anything for a whole month.
Yeah.
So this empowerment was going to help give them a little bit more to do with themselves, to help them. Because when you look at it, $25 is not going to help you, especially most of them had a lot of children with them, you know. So I am happy that there are organizations like this as Dangwa and the Dialogue, as well as Arise, that empower women, you know, to find a way to make finances so that they can empower themselves as well as take care of their families and their children outside of their country. It's unfortunate that they are no longer in the space and be able to reach and have the things that they used to be accustomed with. But then if they can have that, even in displacement, it makes a whole another level of difference in their lives. Yeah.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree. Being displaced, it brings its own challenges, but being given in that displacement, being given an opportunity to create income, so that you not having access to income, to income generating project, should not be one of the worries that's on your head, right? Because already you're worrying about, you have left your country, you've left your friends, your relatives, and everything that you know, and then to be in a foreign country where you are still not able to take care of your children, or your family, or put food in your own on your own table, can be very challenging. So thank you so much for that. And I had the privilege of going with Vivian on that trip. And so, and one of the things as a Zimbabwean, I had never heard that there is a refugee. When you think about refugees, you are thinking, the first thing that comes into your mind is Sudan, right? So the things that you see on TV. So to actually be at a refugee camp in Zimbabwe, and to know that Zimbabwe can also has a refugee for other people, it was eye opening for me. It was a shock, and it was also eye opening that, even in a country as challenging as Zimbabwe has right now economically, they still have their heart to say, we will still also bring other people who are in a worse off situation than us. So, which is really commendable for countries that have the ability to open up their borders to allow people who are in transition, or who are running away from something, who are needing shelter, who are needing safety. So yeah, that was quite an experience. Thank you so much, Vivian, for bringing that up.
You're most welcome.
Oh, sorry, go ahead, Vivian.
Okay. Oh.
I thought Vivian was going to say something.
No, I was just saying you are most welcome.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Tato, talk to us. You are based where exactly?
Okay, hi guys. I am Tato Mahlangu. I'm based in South Africa, Pretoria. So I don't have actually first-hand experience on refugee camps and so forth, but what I've noticed is a lot of women that are coming into South Africa to work as domestic workers, and the exploitation that's going around that. So with me trying to assist with the little that I have went on and opened a recruitment agency as to somewhat empower these women to at least get the minimum wages, and for them to get actual somewhat a voice and rights to be registered and formally acknowledged and get what is due to them, although it will be enough, because some of these women, they've left their families back home, there's kids, husbands, and so forth, trying to make a living here. And then you find that there's a huge exploitation that's happening around that, with money, with ill treatments, and obviously the people are looking at the fact that some of them don't have formal documentations, so they do as they please with them.
That's experience.
And some of them, part of the exploitation, some men would take advantage of them. They fall pregnant and they are or rather ill-treated even in our medical sectors, in your hospitals and so forth. So it is quite a touchy subject.
Yes.
And one can only do so much.
Thank you
But
so
if
much,
we in
Tato.
South Africa were to also have maybe some form of refugee camps or something like that, or I don't know to what extent we can help these women, then it can go a long way.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. You know, as you were speaking, it reminded me of a conversation I was having with someone, a Zimbabwean who is actually based in South Africa right now, and who is also undocumented, but they are working as a maid, as you said. And some of the challenges that they were sharing with me were quite they were shocking, but they were also shocking in the sense that, you know, this is history repeating itself. When you think about South Africa and its apartheid history, that the women of South Africa were coming from the townships and becoming housemaids in the suburbs, right, for the white people and or the Afrikaners. And it's like history is really repeating itself here. And that they didn't have, even back then, they didn't have places they could go and say, hey, I'm being mistreated, until some organizations arose as time went on, and like the same organization, similar organizations that you're trying to put together, organizations that were representing these domestic workers. They were not refugees, they were native South Africans, but they were organizations that started back then to help them in their predicament. And to hear you say you are also thinking of starting this type of organization that helps the domestic worker to know their rights, to know that even though they may not necessarily be undocumented, the least they can get is minimum wage. And to say stuff like that is like a deja vu, really, in light of apartheid in South Africa.
Yes.
So we really appreciate you, and by all means, please, once this organization that you are planning to put together has been established, please reach out to us. Let's see how we can have some type of collaboration, or we can help assist you with directing you to find funding for it, because it's really it's a much needed thing. And I am seeing, as some of you who have been following the dialogue may know, that I also assist nonprofits, NGOs have access to funding that is available. And lately, I have been seeing funding that is available for helping immigrants that are coming into different countries, and there is money that is going in to be able to help people be able to integrate in their new homes. So by all means, please reach out to me via WhatsApp. My phone number is +1 914 618 8800. Or you can Google us, the dialogue on Facebook, the dialogue on YouTube, and on Instagram. By all means, please reach out to us, and let's see how we can work together, because anytime a woman is struggling with anything, us as women, and we look at it and we look the other way, it's a seed. We are also putting seed on the ground, and one day, you yourself are going to decide, I want to immigrate to another foreign country. How do you want to be treated? How do you want to be treated in the new country? Do you want to be treated with kindness, with compassion, with love, with acceptance? And if that's the case, are you giving the same to foreigners in your own country?
Exactly.
Something to really think about.
Definitely.
Absolutely. So on that note, it has been a pleasure to have a dialogue with you guys. As always, I am your host, Pastor T, right here at the dialogue. We want to talk about the things that matter to you, the things that keep you awake at night, things that make you happy, things that are not so good. Whatever the things are, let's not put them under the carpet. As believers, as children of God, we want to address those issues from a Christocentric perspective. So join us again and next time when we are right here at the dialogue talking about the things that matter to you. We say, come, let us reason together. God bless you and have a wonderful evening. Until next time, this is your host, Pastor T. God bless you.
Amen.
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 Amen. Thank you. Thank you, ladies. Thank you.
Thank you.